They put it on your bike and called it innovation. But what if I told you some of these so-called features are silently killing your motorcycle's reliability, draining lifespan mile by mile? From fake performance tricks to electronics that betray you mid-ride, these 11 features are the reason your machine won't make it past 50,000 miles. And by the time you realize it, it's already too late. Feature number 1. Overcomplicated digital dashboards. Modern dashboards have turned motorcycles into glorified tech gadgets. These screens promise style, but often sacrifice basic reliability. Sun glare makes them unreadable. Software bugs freeze them mid-ride, and replacing one costs a small fortune. They're hard to repair and impossible to trust long-term. You lose access to key info like speed or fuel when a glitch strikes. Old-school analog dials never had these issues. They were dependable, readable, and didn't fry in the heat. What's worse, these dashboards aren't designed with longevity in mind. They look premium, but act fragile. Instead of enhancing your ride, they become a liability the moment something goes wrong. For riders who value durability over gimmicks, this feature is more of a headache than an upgrade. A flashy screen shouldn't come at the cost of function and lifespan. It's just not worth it. Number 2. Keyless ignition systems. Keyless systems are supposed to make life easier, but ask anyone who's been stranded because their bike couldn't detect the key. It's not so simple. These setups rely on wireless signals and battery-powered fobs, which are prone to failure. If the antenna is weak or the signal gets disrupted, the bike won't start. And the worst part? Thieves with signal amplifiers can exploit these systems and steal bikes faster than ever. You're left with a false sense of security and a real mess when something fails. Traditional keys work every time. They don't rely on software updates or Bluetooth signals. Keyless ignition may feel futuristic, but it's another fragile link in a system that used to be bulletproof. When something that basic becomes unreliable, it's not innovation. It's regression disguised as convenience. Number 3. Built-in quick shifters on commuters. They are great on the racetrack, but putting them on small commuter bikes is overkill. These systems are designed for high-performance gearboxes, not the lighter transmissions found in 150cc or 250cc machines. With rough calibration, you get jerky shifts, increased gearbox wear, and premature clutch issues. For daily riding, it's completely unnecessary. Worse, it encourages aggressive shifting habits that only speed up wear and tear. You're not shaving lap times during your grocery run. You're grinding your gears for no reason. Commuter bikes are built for reliability and simplicity. Adding track-level tech doesn't make them better. It shortens their lifespan and turns them into maintenance nightmares. Manufacturers add these features to market performance, but in reality, they're compromising long-term function. Number 4. Integrated LED headlights. These are sold as sleek and high-tech, but they're a disaster when it comes to maintenance. On older bikes, if a bulb went out, you popped in a new one. Done. Now, one tiny fault, and you have to replace the entire unit. That's costly, time-consuming, and frustrating, especially if it happens mid-ride or while traveling. These sealed systems can't be repaired by the average rider, and they often fail due to moisture, vibration, or wiring faults. What's worse, when they go out, you're completely in the dark literally. Instead of smart modular designs where components can be swapped easily, manufacturers are building single-piece units that throw the whole thing away if one part breaks. It's wasteful, expensive, and bad for long-term reliability. Number 5. Excessive ride modes on small bikes. Ride modes might make sense on high-performance machines, but on small displacement bikes, they're just a flashy distraction. Rain mode, sport mode, eco mode for a 150cc commuter? It's unnecessary complexity. These features add extra sensors, wiring, and control modules, which all increase the chances of electronic failure. And when one of these systems malfunctions, it doesn't just inconvenience you, it can make your throttle unpredictable or reduce engine power when you need it most. That's not just annoying, it's dangerous. These bikes aren't producing enough power to warrant multiple modes. One well-tuned setup is better than 3 unreliable ones. Manufacturers push these features to look modern, but what they really do is add points of failure that didn't exist before. Number 6. Plastic engine covers and mounts. Some bikes now come with plastic engine guards or even mounts that absorb vibration. Here's the problem. Plastic doesn't flex like metal under stress. It cracks, deforms, and fails under repeated heat and load. Drop your bike or hit a pothole hard enough, and that plastic could snap, sending vibrations through the frame and damaging other parts. Metal doesn't do that. Aluminum or steel mounts survive years of use, heat, and abuse. These plastic parts may look modern, but they can't handle the real demands of the road. Once they go, your engine might shift out of place, stress surrounding components, or cause alignment issues. What started as a cost-cutting measure quickly becomes a safety and durability risk. Number 7. Underbody exhausts. At first glance, underbody exhausts look clean and compact. They centralize weight, improve aerodynamics, and keep the rear profile neat. But here's the trade-off. You're trapping heat where your bike needs airflow most. With less ventilation, everything nearby battery, wiring, rear shock starts cooking. Over time, heat fatigue breaks down seals, melts plastic, and warps nearby components. Even worse, the hot zone sits close to your thighs or seat, making summer rides unbearable. This isn't just about discomfort, it's about long-term damage to crucial systems. While the design may look sleek, it silently degrades your bike ride after ride. Exhaust systems should vent heat away efficiently, not bake your core components. Number 8. Weak single-point engine mounts. Engine mounts are what keep your motor locked solid inside the frame. So why are some manufacturers using only 1 or 2 anchor points on budget bikes? It saves cost, but causes serious problems. With less support, engine vibrations shake more of the frame, causing bolts to loosen, welds to weaken, and parts to misalign. Over time, this affects chain alignment, sprockets, and even throttle response. One nasty bump could twist the mount and throw your drivetrain out of sync. What started as a simple ride becomes a rattle-filled mess. More mounting points distribute weight and absorb shock better. Fewer mounts? More stress in fewer places. It's basic physics. This is one area where manufacturers shouldn't compromise. Saving a few bucks up front turns into costly problems down the line. Number 9. Overdesigned fairings. Sharp, aggressive fairings might look cool in the showroom, but they often turn into headaches on the road. Modern designs pack plastics tightly, leaving no room for airflow or expansion. As heat builds up inside, fairings start warping, rubbing, or even melting. Panels vibrate, bolts loosen, and strange rattles start showing up at random speeds. And if you need to fix anything underneath? Good luck. Removing one panel means removing 5 more first. This kind of overdesign sacrifices practicality for styling. A motorcycle isn't a sculpture, it's a machine that needs to breathe and be serviced easily. When plastics are jammed in with no thought for long-term wear, they become a liability. Number 10. Cheap stock batteries. One of the sneakiest reliability killers is the low-quality battery that comes with many bikes. Manufacturers try to save costs by installing the bare minimum needed to start the engine. But modern riders run extra gear USB chargers, auxiliary lights, GPS, and these cheap batteries can't keep up. After a few months, you're dealing with slow starts, dead cells, or total failure. Leave the bike sitting for a few days? It might not crank at all. Worse, they often have shorter lifespans, leaving you hunting for replacements far sooner than expected. If your battery can't handle your real-world needs, it's not doing its job. Investing in a better aftermarket battery early on prevents a lot of stress later. It's one of the simplest upgrades that protects your entire electrical system. Number 11. Sealed lifetime chains. The phrase maintenance-free chain sounds amazing until it fails. Sealed chains are often encased, hiding wear and grime until it's too late. In dusty or wet environments, gunk builds up fast. Since you can't inspect or service the chain easily, minor issues go unnoticed. You don't see stiff links, rust, or stretching until it snaps. And when it does, the damage is real. Broken chains can lock rear wheels, destroy sprockets, or even injure riders. Regular chains may need more attention, but they let you spot trouble early. Lifetime often just means until failure. Real reliability comes from visibility and control, not from sealed gimmicks hiding behind marketing. These features aren't just silly, they're risks hiding in plain sight. They promise convenience, but slowly erode your motorcycle's reliability. As riders, we need to push back on gimmicks and demand designs that last. If this video helped you spot a bad feature on your own bike, drop a comment and share your experience. And for more honest motorcycle talk, hit that subscribe button. No sugarcoating, just real talk from one rider to another.